How's it going, guys? We're here, straight out of the theater. This time, not so straight out of the theater. See, I watched Warcraft earlier today, but it was earlier today, and then I waited a little bit to make this video because I was burnt out. Um, okay, here's the weird thing about Warcraft. On one end, it's bad. On another, it's good. It's a really muddling line right there. And the thing is that if you have no idea what's going on in Warcraft, you might be a little lost in this movie. However, if you frequently enjoy Warcraft, World of Warcraft, or the lore, then you should enjoy this movie pretty well. I found, at least. I love World of Warcraft. I put several years into World of Warcraft. I stopped playing just before Miss Pandaria, so I'm not too up to date. But I played again last year a little bit for about a month. But I love World of Warcraft. Even if I was a little burnt out on the game, I love the lore of it. I love the story of Warcraft, and I think it's like a really awesome, cool universe. If you know me, I play Hearthstone like nonstop, which I know is probably like lame to say whenever I say I'm a Warcraft fan. I play Hearthstone all the time. But you know, I enjoy everything. I love Warcraft. I love the lore, all of it. So I went into this movie with sort of low hopes because I heard on reviews it had really bad reviews. Like, I think the Rotten Tomatoes score is at like 25 or 24% right now on the critic score, but the audience score is like 82. And I haven't seen that big of a divide since like the Boondock Saints, which had a really low poopy critic score and really high audience score. Um, so I went and saw Warcraft, and I came in with sort of low expectations, but high hopes, and I wasn't uh, I wasn't disappointed. I watched the movie. The acting is all pretty good. It's pretty cut and dry, a fantasy movie. If you don't know very much about Warcraft, you could go in there and just say, okay, my boyfriend dragged me to Warcraft, and it's just another generic fantasy film. But if you really like Warcraft, you're like digesting all of this. You're digesting all of the scenery and the beautiful CG and the amazing landscapes. It looks just like the game. A Murloc shows up at one point as like a to the fans, because who doesn't love Murlocs? And it's really cool to see come to life as a fan on the big screen. However, if you do not care for the Warcraft lore or you don't know anything about it, and you're interested in the movie, I would advise reading up on some of the Warcraft lore. Just read a little bit about the characters. You don't have to read what happens if you don't want to know what happens in the movie, but I would totally advise like reading a little bit about the characters and before you go in, because if you read about these characters, maybe play a little Warcraft. I don't know, a little Warcraft, a little World of Warcraft before you go in, and that'll certainly add to your experience, I promise. Um, and this video is a lot shorter because I don't know how to describe it. You know, if it's probably going to be bad if you don't know very much about Warcraft. You're probably not going to like it. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you do like Warcraft, you will probably like it because it was really good. If you like good visual effects, you'll also probably like it because Warcraft has amazing visual effects, like some of the best CG I've seen. So, on my critical scale, I'm going to give it a Out of 10, because I'm not 100% sure about this movie. It's really strange. I mean, it's all written fairly well, and it's nothing particularly to write home about unless you love World of Warcraft. Then I would advise telling everybody that the Warcraft movie is awesome. On my personal enjoyment scale, I got 10 out of 10. You know, it was it was magical. It was seeing all of this cool stuff about this game and its awesome lore that, you know, you get teased at you in like the cinematics and stuff, and then it rocks your balls whenever you see it like 20 feet high. That's a lie. My theater is not that big. It's really cool. If you're a fan of Warcraft, I totally recommend. If you're not and you're interested, read up on it. If you're not and you're not that interested, I wouldn't even advise going to see it. It's a spectacle for the eyes, and you know, and more for the fans. This is Straight Out of the Theater. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.